Well, morning, fellow zombies. Are we alive yet? Are we awake yet? Are we sleep deprived and emotionally screwed up? Because I sure as hell am. It's Friday the 13th, 2026 of March. Weaver, John C. of Roseman, California. You know the schmuck that does the Diary of a Griever named John Weaver. And the Diary of the Griever named John Weaver. Which is me. Alright. This morning I had luck with some of the email stuff. Technicalities. Finally got logged in. Took me long enough trying to fix the damn thing. I had to wait for the reset to kick in. And the network picked up on it, got it going, and I'm logged in. So that's why the regular stuff is being put back on its regular channel. But I still want to keep the other one as backup. You know, it's got old and moldy, and this is the one I'm currently working with right now. But the thing is, when I do videos, guys, I don't back things up on a cloud. I'm backing them up on YouTube and then on drives outside of networks. Yeah, they see the money I keep spending on these damn things. It costs about almost $30 for a 256 gig. For some people, that's not much. Memory-wise, storage-wise, money-wise. But for a guy living on limited income, it's a budget matter. It's a budget matter. So I get when I need it the most and have to take out money from food expenses. And I stretch things out a bit. I'm all right. Yesterday was an intense day, and the videos I made yesterday were talking about what was going on. Now you're probably going to be wondering when or if I'm going to get that gross and showing you something ugly. Not yet. Maybe when I'm dead and buried will that stuff come out. So I won't be embarrassed as much as showing an ulcerous wound on a foot that should have been prevented a long time ago. And like a poor schmuck, I grabbed some of the sweets I had yesterday and scarfed on them. I know, I was an idiot. But still, I deserved my treat, I told myself. Not really, I was just hungry for the shit. But it doesn't mean I need to go thermonuclear on all the processed and other forms of sugar. I still like my milk, but I have to watch out on the spoilage. I like my starches, but I have to limit that as well. But I haven't been doing a great job this morning. Big breakfast. Yeah, about 3 hash browns, 3 sausages, and 4 eggs. Eggs for the protein. Sausage for the taste, maybe some protein if there ain't any. And I need starch to sop up all the yolk. So I know if I'm going to be coming into a coronary or a stroke, I know what I'm killing myself with. But here's the thing. I've also bought bags of nuts, roughage. And I eat those for roughage and also for hunger, for snacking. Oh, it's got a big bag of cheese crackers, but I limit myself on those. If I got a craving for the salt, I'll grab a few, or mostly the almonds. I have to modify the diet sometimes. And I used to drink a lot of the orange stuff. It used to be a Tang Gatorade mixture. Now I'm just doing Tang. But limiting it. I still drink my water. So basically I have to keep reminding myself of what kind of diet I'd like to live and deal with. And when I saw my foot yesterday at wound care, I'm like, cool. It shrunk down even further. There's some kind of nitrate sulfate or something like that that is used for foot injuries like mine. It's supposed to be painless, and it helps with the healing. It's kind of like a chrysalis or crystal, something like that, crystallizing. A big round thing into a small, almost dot. Give it about a few more weeks, and maybe it'll be shrunk even worse. Less. I hope so. Because I have to be reminding myself of this stuff. This is important. I may or may not need the chrysalis if my body's still healing it okay. But I can't take it for granted. I have to still do whatever I can to make sure the healing's going okay. I mean, keep it elevated at times, yes. Not walking on it all the damn time. That's why I'm usually walking on my heels. Now, if I happen to show you the boot that I'm wearing, I'll have to dig that information off the phone. Send it over. I just want to let people know I'm doing okay. I'm still scared of having a foot debrided, but apparently at this point, that may not be possible for having it debrided. But in a couple of weeks, I go see a podiatrist. Not the same one, but a different one. And see what they say. They'll still need a CT scan, and I'm up for that. I'm just not for an overnight stay at a hospital just to get the CT scan. But I'll do whatever I can. Beyond that, it means that once spring term is already over, then I got the summertime to deal with, more healing up on the foot, and hopefully maybe a little bit more exercise. And in the fall, well, either I do the online or I actually walk on a campus for a change. I haven't been on the campus in a long while. So I'd seen what the new building looks like when I was riding by in buses in the construction phases, and not to mention in the finished. But I hadn't been through it, so I don't know what it's like. So AV campus of Lancaster is going to be another place for me to visit. Assuming, of course, I want to go to the doctor's office that way. I don't mind making appointments and getting the transportation from the health insurance over to the place. Once in a great while, I'd like to see what the hell's going on at the campus, you know. So we'll see what happens. I'm not registered in the system for this semester. Maybe summertime I'll take classes. I don't know. But I still want to walk on the campus just to see what it's looked like. For my own records, my own self. If she'll let me. Unless I get into another medical situation, it's going to be lasting about, another several more months. Which hopefully I don't run into. It's kind of crazy for me to do these kind of things, but you know, it's what I have to do. I have been keeping track of the politics because I know people are going back and forth, how screwed up the war is with Iran that we started, and how dangerous the Strait of Hormuz is, despite the fact that we've got a president who keeps lying his ass off saying it's fine, no problem, everything's safe and protected, and we're making money. I'm a sack of shit. When you keep showing videos about ships exploding because of mines in the area, or even a tanker of fuel and personnel crashing to their death, and how it's made lightly in the Pentagon by a warmongering asshole that knows that's some hot rock. When we voted in the Trump regime this second time around. There was a lot of people who warned us. I think I was one of them. How bad it was going to be, but we never realized it was going to be this horrendous where we're having our lives threatened on a daily basis. More than one way. It's just how do we deal with this shit? And how do we cope and deal with life on life's terms? I tell you the truth, honest to God, I don't know. Which we had. Right now, I'm going to put this dog back to bed. I'm going to lay down again. I haven't been sleeping very much these days, but off and on. I still need a little bit of a napper sometimes. That being said,